Hello, W4CY listeners. My name is Nitzan Mosri, and I am the Traveling Investor. This is where you're going to learn how to master your mind, body, and wallet. I'm an entrepreneur, coach, and investor, and I've spent my life studying and following the habits and mindsets of highly successful people. With that knowledge, I've created a lifestyle business where I live life on my own terms. I'm on a mission to share my knowledge to help you live life on your terms. I'm Nitzan Mosri, the Traveling Investor, and thank you for joining me as we dive into real, raw, authentic, and inspiring conversations with people from around the globe who are making an impact. What's happening, travelers? Nitzan Mosri here, another edition of the Traveling Investor Show with my boy here, Tom Zames, philosopher extraordinaire. Do me a favor, if you guys do me a favor, go to YouTube, go to Traveling Investor YouTube channel, subscribe, like, share. That's the way we can get the word out. That's the way we can help people, wake people up, shake them up, let them see what's going on in the world.
Do it.
Give them a system so that they can go out and achieve positive cash flow. So it's all good. So go to YouTube, go to Instagram, go to Facebook, go to LinkedIn, TikTok, Twitter. We're there. Yeah. Also, do me a favor.
MySpace? You on?
I think I do have from like years ago from MySpace.
Okay.
I think
MySpace.
I did.
I way better than Facebook.
Is it?
Is
it really?
Yeah, but then it went.
Oh, and then
Facebook wiped it out.
Yeah, it disappeared. Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So do us a favor. Go there. Hit my man up, Tom, as well on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, all those stations as well. Our goal is to reach 1 billion people. Right? We want to influence 1 billion people, help them wake up, make some passive cash flow, live life on their terms and not by default. So do me a favor, go there now. All right? So it's been another week. Another week has passed since we've had the show.
Time flies, man.
It does,
Seems like
right?
Yesterday, right? We had a good time last Wednesday.
We did.
We went and had a drink afterwards.
That's
had some
right.
Good conversation. We should really record our bar conversations.
We always say
Those
that.
are the best.
We always say that. So you know what? Let's plan it better.
Right.
Right, and we'll
execute it.
And we'll execute.
There you
right?
go.
Because when you have a plan, you can execute. You can make things happen.
Absolutely.
Right, guys, you're listening out there in cyber world. Let us know where you're listening from. We always love to hear from you guys. So hit us up. Hit us up on Facebook. We're there on Facebook. Hey, Eve, Cesar, we're there on Facebook right now doing live. We're on. You can see us on YouTube. If you go to YouTube and type in Talk, the number 4 and TV. Talk 4 TV, we're there as well. So man, hit us up. It's been a wild week for me, man. How about you?
It's been a good week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about it, man.
I got a lot going on. I'm very busy.
That's good. Busy's good.
Busy's good.
Right.
Some of it's the business I'm in, right?
Sure.
With the mortgages.
Sure.
So
absolutely.
It's you just kind of get overwhelmed, but you have to find a way to deal with the overwhelm.
Right.
So I think I did a good job this week at handling that.
That's awesome.
Sometimes I let it get me and I'm like,
right. Yeah, like today I opened up my email and I have emails from like Monday that I haven't gotten to.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's just like, wow, where do I start? Where do I start? What do I do? What needs my attention first? So a lot of times what I'll just do is I'll just start. I'll just pick an email. Boom. And I'll go down and
Yeah.
Right? The saying, how do you eat an elephant?
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time. That's right.
That's right. Heard that, but
man,
I'm quick. I got that.
That's right.
It's true, right?
It is.
Because you build momentum, right? So I tell everybody, people that don't know, they're like, I can't exercise. I've never exercised. I can't run. I've never done anything. Go run for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
No one will, and I'll say run for a minute and quit.
That's
what happens? People start for a minute. Nobody quits in a minute.
Right.
Next thing you know, they're doing 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. You build momentum. Same thing with cleaning. I'm like, I don't want to clean.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just clean this little square, this little quadrant right here. Then I clean that. I'm like, that was fucking great. I'm going to clean this quadrant. Next thing you know, I just clean the whole room.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the way to do it. Just little piece by piece, right? It's very easy to get overwhelmed, especially today when you have so much going on and whatnot. That's why it's also a good thing to time management, right? Time management helps with getting flustered and clustered. Now, I'm guilty of it as well, right? Where we want to put things down and we block things, but then suddenly, shit just goes sideways and you got to do other things.
Sure.
But it's always good to like plan it out and put it down and see where it goes. But there was something else that I want to say and I forgot about it. All right, we'll move on to that.
Well, at least have a to-do list.
What's happening, Paige? Yeah, to-do list is that's.
It feels so good to cross something off. It makes you want to cross off more shit.
Absolutely.
It inspires you.
How awesome is it when you're able to sit there and next thing you know, you've completed your entire to-do list? How awesome is that? Right?
That's amazing.
That's fantastic. And it's such a sense of accomplishment. And those little rewards, right? Those little victories lead you to the greater victories.
Yeah.
Right? Just bigger and bigger and bigger.
There's the battles and there's the war.
Right?
You start winning little battles. Next thing you know, you win the war.
Next thing you win the war.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, absolutely.
You don't have to win every battle either.
No, you don't. And being married, I know I don't win many battles.
You don't win any battle.
I don't win any battle. But you know what? I'm in it for the long haul, so I'm looking at it for the big war, right?
And I'm kidding, of course.
Right. And it's not a war, it's not a battle.
No.
But you guys out there, you know what we're talking about. So it's I know the industry that you're in, there's a lot going on now, especially in January after this big conference that happens, the NMHC, it stands for National Multi-House Conference. After this, all the brokers send out all their deals, and my email is flooded now with just different properties to look at, to underwrite, and you just go and go and go, right? Yeah. So what was I doing this week? So last night I went dancing with my wife, which is always a good thing. We went to Crazy Uncle Mike's, and there's a little salsa. We did a little Latin dancing.
Yeah, women love dancing. Man.
What is it about women?
You got to dance your woman, man. Women love to dance. If you're not dancing with your woman in some fashion, you're missing out.
What's the deal with women and dancing?
It's a feminine.
I would love to know.
It's a feminine energy.
Yeah.
It's an expression of their femininity, of their divine feminine.
Of their divine feminine.
So
music is so what you're saying is music in itself, and like its entirety is a very female energy, is what you're saying.
Well, I think the dancing is a creative aspect, which is where I was getting the female energy. Music, I never really thought if that's a female energy or not, but music is very sensual, can be, right?
Mm-hmm. It vibrates. It's got a high vibration.
Music, right, puts you in a high vibration. So here's what you have at the club. You have a lot of girls out in a very high vibration state.
Right.
Maybe a couple of drinks in them.
Mm-hmm.
Whatnot.
Yeah.
They're feeling good. They're feeling frisky. And when you're feeling good and you're feeling happy, you're horny. And even if you're not looking for a guy, you're still going to express and radiate that bountiful energy that you've got.
Right. Okay. What do you think about that, Libby? Libby says, so we women just get into the music. I get into the music as well. I love music, right? I've traveled the world and gone to different festivals and, all over the world, different types of music, classic rock, folk, electronic music,
music is life.
Yeah, I get into it as well. I love music. I think music is something that it can take you places, right? It's like a time travel.
Oh, boy.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like a time machine. Same thing with your sense of smell, right?
Yeah.
You hear something, you smell something from like your childhood, and next thing you know, you're teleported back to when you were 8 years old. Like, wow, I remember that song. Holy cow.
Yeah, back to Coney Island, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right, man. Coney Island. Absolutely. So we're going to pick a card. Anybody out there want us to pick a card? Remember, we've got the Osho Tarot cards, right? There they are, right? In all their glory.
23-year-old deck.
Boom.
21 or 23.
Right?
It's do you have a question? Something that's on your mind? We will go to the deck for guidance for you.
So here we go.
Hey, Chris, what's up?
So let's pick a card for the intention for the show today.
There you go.
Okay?
Just to guide the show.
Just to see what happened, man.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Let's go. Here we go. I'm getting all the cards out.
This jumped out. No. This. Right.
Sure. All right.
Completion.
Ooh, completion. Check that out. Is that not awesome? Right?
Completion.
Completion. So there's two things here, right? There's the word completion, right? There's the word completion. It's not complete. It's not completing. It's completion.
Yeah.
Right? And then what do you see?
I see a puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
I see someone holding a piece. Could be the final piece of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Could be completion of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
The puzzle is also a picture of an albino.
Well, that's
a chubby albino man.
That's a Buddha.
A Buddha.
Yeah.
No offense. No offense, right? You know, the Buddha is a little darker complected than this guy, though, right?
Well, there's a reason why he's that color.
Is he? Did he just see a ghost?
Did he see a ghost?
You know?
Well, you know, think of the different colors of the chakras, right? What color is blue?
The crown. Oh, well, blue or
blue,
white. So the blue's throat, the white's crown.
Is the crown, right? And why is it a picture just of the face and here and not the entire person, right?
Maybe it's specific to the crown and the
completion, right? Yeah. Okay. So how do you complete yourself? How do you find the pieces of the puzzle? Is it through communication? Is it through connecting through your higher self? Right?
So the final piece of the puzzle.
And where's the final piece standing at?
Over the third eye.
Over the third eye, you see.
Blocking the third eye, though.
Well, it's putting the piece into the third eye, right? That's what you're saying. The completion is going into it, right? These cards have so much imagery and so much symbolism, so much information, and you can take it any way you want, right? You can look at it and you can decipher it any way. But what does it take for you to complete yourself, right? Do we need to be complete? Do we find completion within ourselves, or do we find completion with a counterpart?
In ourselves.
Right?
In ourselves. What does this have to do with the show for today, then?
You tell me. Why don't you guys let us know what you think this means for the show?
Completion.
Completion, right? Communication. Are we complete in the way we communicate? Are we complete in the programming that we have here, right? Are we giving the right information to people so that they can complete themselves? What do you think? Completion. It's you know, it's very introspective, these cards, right? And sit with it for a minute, right? Sit with it.
I'm going to digest that for a minute.
Digest. So what we're going to do is we're gonna take a short break, right? I always like to do a little short break, a little intro, short break, and Tom's going to think about that card and what it means to our show. And you guys out there on Facebook, you guys out there on the radio and on YouTube, let us know. Let us know what you think, what this card means for the show for today. All right? Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
You're listening to The Traveling Investor on W4CY Radio. Please take a moment to listen to the sponsors who have a secret message just for you. Don't leave. The best is yet to come. The Traveling Investor will be right back.
I wanna be rich. Oh, I wanna be rich.
Behind everything you're searching for is something you're actually looking for. When you search with the Real Yellow Pages, you get more than a contractor. You get a whole new curb appeal. It's not just getting directions to a dry cleaner with YP.com. It's rescuing an old favorite from the back of the closet. And it's more than finding a locksmith with YP.com on your mobile. It's getting to sleep in your own bed. Whatever it might be, there are more ways to search and more ways to find exactly what you're looking for with the Real Yellow Pages, YP.com, and YP.com on your mobile, only from AT&T.
Hey, this is Rebel Medler. Join me for In Your Face on W4CY.com, Tuesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it.
How healthy is your pet? Does your pet suffer from ear infections, allergies, diabetes, cancer? Does your pet have a sensitive stomach? Well, we have the solution. Who are we? Fiesta Pet Deli. South Florida's original and only fresh food deli for pets. Our exclusive real food diets bring back the puppy and kitten in your pet. Have a healthier pet, less shedding, less scratching and itching, and eliminate allergies. We carry a full assortment of healthy, holistic, frozen, canned, and dry foods. Try out South Florida's largest selection of natural supplements. We also have a large selection of natural treats, chews, and natural grooming products. It's only natural to stop by Fiesta Pet Deli for all your natural products to keep your pet healthier and happier. Stop by Fiesta Pet Deli at the Festival Marketplace, located at Sample Road and the Turnpike in Pompano. Or call us at 954-971-2500. That's 954-971-2500. Don't forget, ask for your $10 off coupon good for any purchase over $50. Fiesta Pet Deli.
You are now tuned into W4CY Radio, entertainment at your fingertips.
What's happening, travelers? Welcome back. I'm Nitzan Mosery, the traveling investor, and this is Tom Zames, philosopher extraordinaire. And we pulled, before the break, the completion card. And we were talking about how does this talk about the show, right? Because it was a card that we're pulling to talk about, you know, the intention of the show and so forth. So Dr. Konis on Facebook gave us an idea that it could be completion of goals.
Completion of goals.
Right?
Great.
We have goals. We have goals for the radio show, right? Reach 1 billion people. We have goals for our personal lives and our business lives, right? You were just sharing that with me, right?
Absolutely.
You know, it's like these little,
lots of goals.
Lots of
the
goals.
The more the better.
Absolutely, right? Because that keeps you moving forward. And I really like what you said when we talked about goals, how when we start putting our goals in motion, it affects other people because now they have to create the things that we want.
Right. So
right? That's awesome.
Our goals help solve and create other people's goals.
That's
and
beautiful.
vice versa.
Right?
Right.
Isn't that, you know, that concept really never came into my head. I never looked at it from that perspective.
Absolutely.
And it's an amazing way to look at it. And you never know where it's going to come from and how it gets there. Right? So, yeah, completion of goals. That's fantastic. You know, well, let me ask you this, right? And I'm going to ask you guys this question as well. Why do people not complete their goals?
Why do they not?
Why?
Well,
why?
Several reasons.
Okay.
They get burnt out. They get frustrated. They quit, or maybe not quit. They postpone.
Right.
I'm going to come back to this, and then never come back, or haven't come back yet. Fear of success, maybe, like, wow, like if I complete this school, like, you know,
fear of success.
Say somebody wants to be an actor or an actress, and they're getting close, and then they realize, well, I'm going to have no privacy. I'm going to have fucking paparazzi up my ass every 25 seconds. And then that might block them from actually getting their goal, because subconsciously they're blocking the other thing.
Wow. That's awesome, man. Too frustrated. That's right. People get too frustrated, you know, but
what about you?
I think that people don't complete their goals. I don't think they set goals properly, right? I think people say, you know, you hear, especially with a lot of my clients, you know, my mentoring clients, they always say, you know, I want to make a lot of money. That's my goal.
Right.
Okay, well, what's a lot of money, right? For my 11-year-old, $100 is like, oh my God, look at all that money, right? For me, I eat that at lunch. Right. So it's
relative.
It's relative. So, you know, I think that when people don't hit their goals, they're not putting in specific goals. They're not figuring out the steps that they need to take to achieve the goal. Right? I want to make $1 million. Great. What's the process? What's the step? What are the little battles that you're going to win throughout the process that's going to take you to that main goal of $1 million, right? But I think the main thing is they're not hungry enough. Because if you get too frustrated, if you don't have the right goals, right? That's okay. But if you're hungry, you will figure it out.
No matter how frustrating
it gets, because you're waking up in the morning going, shit, man, I need to do this, because if I don't do it, my kids don't eat, I don't eat, This is what I've wanted my entire life. I see no other way of anything happening. So how hungry are you, right? I think that hunger is what stops people from achieving the goals. Yeah, it's huge. It's the number one thing in my eyes, right?
If you have a goal that you're just kind of wishy-washy on, you're probably not going to accomplish it.
That's right. And that comes from your purpose, right? From your why. Why do you want to do this? Why do I want to reach 1 billion people? Why do we want to help 1 billion people, right? What's the purpose behind it, right? Well, I keep saying what my deal is, right? When I was growing up, my brothers always told me that I was worthless. I wasn't going to amount to anything.
Yeah.
I wasn't good enough. And that's how I walked around the world for a long time, thinking that I wasn't good enough. I didn't have anything to offer. And it kind of came out of that, right? My mentoring and what I'm doing here is so that I can prove to myself that, I do have self-worth. I do have meaning, and I can pass that meaning off to my children by helping people. So if I don't help people, I got nothing to do. So I wake up in the morning and I'm like, dude, I got to do this. I got to go out and I got to figure out what my worth is. And I believe that my worth is worth billions. So, hey,
So you're underachieving then. Right?
Yes.
Aren't we all? Because you've never, once you get to where you're going, another goal, then you always want more. So matter, it's kind of weird. It's a never-ending process.
Never-ending process.
So everybody is, in essence, underachieving, right? Even because once you reach that goal, now you're underachieving again.
That's right. Yeah. I was listening to this Baba give a what's it called? Sannyasin. Is it a sannyasi? No, I forget what it's called, but he was giving a talk. And he was saying that the mind is not a tool to be used to figure out or to work on problems. The mind is here to experience life, to enjoy life, to show us what it is, to learn about ourselves. Right?
To be.
Right. That's why we do things, right? That's why we have our businesses. That's why you do what you do, so that we can understand and perceive ourselves. We don't have the mind to solve problems, right? We have the mind to sit there to experience and to help us know and figure out who we are in this world and in this life. So that kind of hit home as well.
Yeah.
But I know you wanted to talk about something.
Yeah, let's talk about quitting versus letting go.
Quitting versus letting go. And there's, okay, so talk about that. I'm going to look for the card here for let go. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like
look for the card.
While you're talking.
There's quitting is quitting, right? But sometimes you're in a situation and you're working towards something. You have a goal, you have a project. Sometimes you need to let go and kind of not, in a sense, quit. You've done everything you possibly can physically do, and then sometimes you just need to let go and be at peace for whatever transpires, right? You've done everything you can possibly do. The old saying, it's in God's hands now.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
After you do everything you need to do, but you're at peace, right?
Okay.
I did everything I can do.
Uh-huh.
And it might work, it might not. And by letting go, you're releasing the attachment. You're fine either way, right?
Yes.
If it works out, great. If it doesn't, great. I'm going to find the lesson. There's always a lesson.
Always a lesson. You may not like the lesson.
You may not like the lesson. And there's a lot of things that you think you want, and you go after, and you don't get them. And not getting them turns out to be the best thing that's ever happened to you.
There it is. Letting go.
Letting go.
Letting go.
Letting go.
Look at that. Isn't that awesome, huh?
Look at that. Look at that.
All right, so let's talk. What's up, Yona? So let's talk about letting go versus quitting. How do you know which one is which, right? Because when you let go, right? If let's say I'm going to use you for example, right? You've had one of these people that you're dealing with. One of my ex or a buyer or a seller of mine that I bought a property from. And you're going with it, and they're putting sticks in front of you, making you trip and fall every time. They're not answering your calls. They're making your life difficult.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between going, you know what, I quit this guy, I'm done with this person, out of here, versus kind of letting go? What's the difference?
So for me, for this deal, I've had a lot of setback on this deal. My client needs me to come through.
Okay.
And I still believe in the deal. That's one of the most important things. That's why I'm still working on it. I believe it can get done. I'm using an inner faith, if you will. I might be right, might be wrong, but I'll be right, or you're right either way. So I'm going to be right.
Whatever you think you're right.
I'm going to get this loan closed, right? But there's other deals I've worked on, and then I've done everything I can do, everything I can possibly do, and it won't go. Then it's time to turn it over.
So is it quitting, or is it letting go of something, or is it the same thing at that point?
It's not necessarily quitting, because I did everything I could possibly do.
Okay.
Quitting is when you stop short and you don't do everything you could possibly do. And there's still some things I could do to help this other client of mine too.
So it's funny. So it's like, I tell my daughter, right? She goes, "Oh, I don't want to do the play this year," or "I didn't want to do that, and next year I don't want to do it," or whatnot. So I tell her, I said, "Okay, you can stop. You don't have to do it, but you started this year, right? Like they were in a show, like they started with with the play, and in the middle of the play, she says, "You know what? I don't want to do it anymore. I'm not into acting. I'm not. I'm done. It was something that was passé for me."
Right.
So I told her, I said, "Listen," I said, "you started something. I said, don't stop in the middle, right? You finish the cycle.
Yeah.
Finish the cycle, complete the cycle, and then next year you know that this isn't something that you're not going to do.
Right.
But don't stop in the middle. Don't quit.
Yeah.
Because quitting is a habit, just like winning is.
Right. She might end up liking it.
She might end up exactly. You might end up liking it. People grow, people change, experiences. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I got the lead role. Oh, I like having the lead role. Oh, like this, right? So you never know.
Right.
Right.
Well, and, another thing that's important, you brought it up, is like, you're quitting. Why? Do you not like it anymore? Because at some point she will quit if she doesn't, and you quit because why?
Right. Yeah. Right. I think letting go is a more positive.
It's like a peaceful thing.
Yes, peaceful, positive thing that you can do. Yona, I know you're a very religious man. What do you know about the difference between quitting and letting go when it comes to the religious aspect of it? That there might be something there as well, right?
You see this all the time in sports where an athlete is kind of at, like, I'll give you an example. Peyton Manning was kind of, he was done at the end of the road of his career.
Right.
And they made it to the Super Bowl his final year. Yeah, it would have been epic to win this thing. He could have easily had a lot of attachment to winning it, which probably would have prevented him from winning.
Right.
But, leading up to the Super Bowl, he talked about, and even afterwards, he talked about how he was completely at peace with retiring, and even if they lost this game. He was at peace with the whole notion of, this is my final game. Oh my God, it's the Super Bowl. Can you imagine how much attachment you'd have to that?
Wow.
My last game for my legacy. I've only won one. My idiot brother's won two. Right? Who's not even as good as me. What I mean? I know you're a Giants fan.
I am a Giants fan.
But am I right though?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely. It's huge.
So
it's huge.
He was at peace entering that game, and he went out and he had no resistance to it, and everything just flowed for him.
That's beautiful.
And the whole team.
That's the way it goes, right?
Yeah.
Letting go. Sometimes you have to let go of emotions. Sometimes you have to let go of ideas. Sometimes you have to let go of people in your life.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, you got to let go of people.
You got to let go of people. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you got to let go of people that pull you down, that are afraid of your success or afraid of you flying.
They drain you.
Totally.
They don't want you leaving them behind.
Absolutely.
They don't, whatever.
Absolutely.
They want you to do good, but not as good as them.
So letting go. So what do you take from this?
So I see what is this, like a lily pad or a flower?
Yeah.
With drops of water.
Right.
Falling into a very tranquil pond or river, probably a pond. This seems very serene to me. This is a very tranquil, serene setting, which tells me letting go can be very peaceful to the soul.
Yes. Now,
And
what do you
removing
see?
burdens.
What do you see in the pond?
A reflection.
Well, what is this?
Oh, that's a ripple.
So
That's a ripple.
a drop.
Oh,
When you
boy.
let go of the self, when you
Wow.
let go of the ego,
Yeah.
right? And it's letting go. It's not let go. When you're letting go, and you're letting go of the ego, and you're letting go of the self, of all the attachments, right? We go from being an individual raindrop,
Mm-hmm.
and we fall into the ocean of life, the oceanic consciousness. We become one with everything.
Love it.
So that's letting go, right? Quitting
Yeah.
is just the opposite of letting go.
Right.
Quitting is cutting yourself off, going, it's me, like you said, I don't like it, I'm not into it, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But with this card, letting go says, let go of the self, let go of the individuality, right? Become one with everything. Fall back into that pond and become part of that entire,
Of the whole scheme.
of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. What we got guys over here saying? What's up, Paul?
Nick says being satisfied with the small goals that ultimately reach the big goal.
Mm-hmm.
But most people dream of the destination rather than the journey. They find the journey isn't worth it.
That's right.
Man, the journey is the best part.
Dude,
Best part.
it's a roller coaster ride,
Yeah.
right? It's a
Yeah.
roller coaster. That's the beautiful thing about
Yeah.
the journey, you know. And it's funny because my wife was doing a show, and she had her first performance art, and even in her first showings with her art, I kept telling her, I said, don't forget to enjoy the process.
Yeah.
Even though you're stressful, even though there's a million things you got to take care of, right? All this, and you're running around, and things don't work out the right. Enjoy the process.
Right.
Have fun with it, even if shit falls apart, even if shit goes sideways.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the process, right?
Yeah.
Don't take it to heart. Be able to let go of that, right?
Yeah.
Of that attachment, and just enjoy. Go, wow, look where I'm at. Look where we are.
Yeah, it's fun.
Right? Amazing.
It's fun to see those little improvements.
Absolutely.
Hit those small goals, like Nick said. Enjoy
Mhm.
the journey along the way, the fruits of your labor.
Yep.
And the destination's fun too, but man, it's all about the journey.
Dude, it's the journey, you know.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when I finally ended up on top of the Himalayan mountains in India,
Yeah.
I didn't know that's where I was going. It didn't kind of sink in, but the journey. So I was at the top,
Yeah.
and I'm looking around and go, "Wow, this is amazing!" Right? You can sit there for hours, but once you're there, all you get to do is just look around. That was it.
Right.
Wow, it's amazing. Look at the mountain over there with the snow. Look at the mountain over there with the snow. Look at the valley. Look at the mountain. Look at the snow.
Yeah. Then it was done.
And then it was done.
Right.
But the journey to get there, the 18-hour bus ride with the chicken and the baby on my lap and the guy drooling on my shoulder
Yeah.
and not knowing, and then taking a tuk-tuk all the way up the mountain, and then having the guys carry my stuff,
And
right?
finding losing your
Losing my
your
friend and finding him in the jungle, you know.
Right. Yeah.
That whole journey was just unbelievable, right? But then you get to the top of the mountain, you're like, okay,
Yeah. Now what?
now what?
Yeah. But you
Now
still have
what?
that journey to reflect on, right?
Absolutely,
You
man.
grow on the journey too.
Oh, yes, absolutely. You grow on the
Hey.
journey and everything.
Whoops.
Uh-huh. All right, so Libby, you want us to pull a card for you, huh? Okay.
Oh,
so
hey. Gloria.
anybody else want us to
Tommy.
pull a card? We have tarot cards here that we're pulling. These are Osho cards, and they're freaking awesome.
Yeah. Who wants a card?
What would you like to focus on, Libby? You know,
Who
is there
wants a
something
card?
specific that you want to focus on? Let us know. What's up, Chaim? Chaim's watching from California. Shara's from...
Jorge wants a
Sharon.
card. My man Jorge wants a card.
all right,
Let's
Jorge.
give Jorge a
All
card.
right, we'll give Jorge a card. Jorge, focus on something. Who do you want to pick the card? Doesn't make no difference. Whoever you connect with. You're on Tom's things. We'll let Tom do it. So I want you to focus. I want you to send your thoughts over to Tom, and Tom's going to connect with you. Okay? Tom's going to connect with you right here.
All right.
All right. Let me pull this out. This is
I saw this one.
quite an awesome moment here.
This one right here. Rebirth. Oh, man.
That's a power card, man. I love that.
Jorge, that's a
Rebirth. Look at that.
That's
That
a
is
power card. Boom.
Oof. Missy says, I would like to pull a card for me, please, too. Yep, we'll get to you in a second. Look at this card, man.
Libby wants a card, too.
And Libby wants a card,
Rebirth.
absolutely.
All right, so we got a picture of a boy playing a flute coming out of a lion or attached to a lion.
Uh-huh. And what does that look like? A monkey?
A camel.
A camel. Yeah, yes, a
camel in the clouds. So rebirth. So Jorge, you are in the process of a metamorphosis right now, of sorts. Not sure if that's career related, relationship related, health, whatever, man. You are emerging in a new way and rebirthing yourself, perhaps maybe reinventing yourself. Something, right? Give us some feedback, man. Is that
what do you see? What do you see? How does it affect you?
Rebirth, man. What does that mean to you?
Rebirth.
There's a lion here. You might be the lion, turning into the lion.
Right?
What does rebirth mean to you?
Going from that childlike into the lion, from the lion back to the child. Just the word rebirth. Forget the picture, right? The word rebirth is so powerful.
Yeah.
Right? What do you think it is, man? Because show him. He wants
Jorge
to see the card.
says yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, what is it? What do you think this means for Jorge?
Well, just like you said, in the picture you have the boy, the innocent boy, the boy playing the flute, right? Coming out, being playful, being whatnot, coming from a roaring lion.
Yeah.
Right. So there's always, it doesn't matter if you're this roaring lion, if you're the master of your domain and whatnot, you're always going to go through a transformation. Now, there's a reason why there's a camel here, and right now it's escaping me. But of course, the clouds are the mind, right?
Okay.
They signify thoughts in the mind. The thoughts are just like clouds. They come and they go. They come and they go. Negative thoughts dump their shit on us, and then they leave, and then we deal with it. Positive thoughts dump their stuff on us. We deal with it, and the clouds move on, so we don't get attached to that as well. But you can see the boy is coming from the lion, right? And the lion is coming from the camel.
Okay.
Right? So there's different stages of rebirth as well.
The lion looks maybe a little angry. The boy looks happy. So maybe the boy's like, I'm done with this shit that's making me angry or making me frustrated, and now I'm just gonna play my little flute.
Yep, absolutely. So whatever this card means to you, all right, or whatever you're getting from it, this is what you need to focus on. This is something that you should contemplate, right? Here it is, and we see the camel on the bottom, and for you guys as well, and the clouds and whatnot. And notice the coloring, right? The coloring. The lion is in red, and the boy is in a sun yellow.
So Jorge says things have changed. Wow. So it sounds like it landed for you there, Jorge. Safi says it's energy coming from the energy of the sheep to lion, having a bigger desire.
Beautiful, man.
Having a bigger desire.
Love it. Love it. Absolutely. That's how you feel. All right. So let's see here. Kelly says, where do these cards come from? There is a great person that came many, many years ago. He's now not alive. His name was Osho. Sri Rajneesh Bhagwan. He was a big, people call him a guru, but he was very enlightened. He was a philosopher, studied philosophy, studied all the religions in the world, graduated university, went around the world talking in different universities. He has transcribed the most books. If you ever go and you look Osho, you can Google Osho, O-S-H-O. He transcribed something like 618 books or something like that. He has the most books out there, and he talks about everything from the mind, from attachment, to relationships, to sex, to love, to children, and unbelievable, amazing. So he created these cards. He actually went and wrote them, created them, did the whole thing. All right, so Libby, let's pick a card for you. Here you go, man. You're on a roll. You're on a roll today.
I saw this one right here.
You saw that one right there. For Libby.
For Libby.
Here we go. Oh, that's a nice one.
Friendliness.
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 It's not friends. It's not friendship. It's friendliness. Okay?
Friendliness.
And look at the trees. What do you see?
I see two trees side by side,
right.
one yellow, one red,
Mm-hmm.
Joining together to make one tree
Mm-hmm.
with some orange in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So this could be the root, the sacral, and the stomach chakra.
Mm-hmm. The hara. Okay.
Or maybe, you know, you need the root and the stomach to have fun with the play. I'm seeing the same colored leaves on the ground. I'm seeing friendliness though, but it's friendliness. So it's two trees, one yellow, one red, different trees, right? They're not the same tree.
Not the same tree. They still hold their own identity.
They have their own identity.
But yet they can connect.
They can connect, and when they connect, they create a new identity.
Exactly.
An orange identity here.
Yes.
In the middle. So you got their individual identities, what their friendship or coming together creates in the middle, and two different things coming together to make one.
Two different things coming together. That's absolutely true. So yeah, that's exactly it, right? You have the two trees. They're independent of each other, right? But yet they're independent of each other. They're standing side by side, right? But they're not losing their identity. So you can show friendliness to someone. You can be with someone and yet maintain your own identity. But when you're together, the two of you can create something new, just like you said.
There you go.
And that's what that is. So Libby, if you're still around, let us know how this card hits home for you. Right? Right here. Look at that. Woo! Look at that. Beautiful. So that's friendliness, right? And there's so much more into it, right? The number, the major arcana, the suit, but we won't go into that. That's for something else. All right, so
That's
Missy.
advanced.
Yes, so Missy, we're going to pick a card for you. Do you want Tom to pick a card? You want me to pick a card? Let me know. Anybody else want to pick a card?
I'm going to do a shuffle. I'm going to shuffle
man,
these.
put your energy in there. Absolutely. Absolutely. We got Chaim over here from California. We got you guys. What's happening?
Hey, anybody
Shara.
else down there want a card?
Paul, I know from high school. What's happening, Paul? How's it going? Yeah, man. So if anybody wants us to pull a card for you. So again, we were talking about letting go, right? How many times do we get into an argument with someone and we hold it for days and days and days?
Yeah.
Right? We don't let go of it. And I got a great parable for that after I'm going to pick. We're going to pick a card for Missy. So Missy, focus, man. I'm focusing on you right now. You're out there? Okay. This one. Adventure.
Woo.
Right. All right. So we're going to show you guys the card. So here's the card for adventure. Okay. You can see it right here. I'm going to show these guys right there. Look at that. Isn't that a beautiful looking card? Isn't that a beautiful looking card? And these cards were written before the Rainbow Group came around. So it doesn't really have to do anything with that. But if you look at the card, so Missy, the card for you was adventure. What does that say for you? And what does the card say to you, right? There's a little child, right, walking into the rainbow. So this card, right, again, has the child where we always should look inside and we should always go on an adventure. And when we go on an adventure, we have to focus, or we have to bring that inner child out. When the inner child comes out, it doesn't matter what we're doing, we're having an adventure, okay? And there it is again. Hey, what's happening, Sarah? How are you? All right? So this card shows whenever you're going towards another adventure, whenever you're going into, and it could be anything. An adventure could be a job interview.
Right.
An adventure could be meeting someone, that you met online. When you're having an adventure, focus on that inner child. Focus on being that innocent person. What is a child? A child is innocent.
Innocent,
a child
fun.
Looks at everything in wonderment.
Yeah.
Wow, look, a flower. Look at the bird. Look at this. Look at that. Right? Come in. Go through to that adventure with that attitude, with those eyes.
Through a child's eyes.
Through a child's eyes.
Nice.
Through your inner child's eyes.
Beautiful.
Right? So that's what we
Yeah.
got for you, Missy. I hope this talks to you. Okay?
Yeah, Missy. Any
Let us
feedback?
know. Any feedback, Libby? Any
Libby?
feedback as well? So that was that, man. That was a great card. I love these cards.
Pearl
man.
would like a card. Do we have time for one more?
Yeah, absolutely. We got 4 minutes left, right? So Pearl says, I can try this card thing. Is this safe? Is it safe? Well, it's safe. You're not going to get hurt,
Yeah.
but it's just an awareness.
You might get, if anything, you end up getting some guidance that really helps you out.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. These cards, they don't tell the future. They don't tell the past. It's just things for us to look at, like Tom said, to
Yeah.
become aware, to pay attention. It's for things for us to have intentions with.
It
right?
helps if you have a question, too.
Right.
A specific question.
Like today, we picked a card for the intention of the show, and that was completion, right?
And we figured out we're going to do this to complete the show.
Right. We're going to do that, right? And we started talking about letting go and quitting and how that, does it complete you to quit? Can we let go and still be whole?
All right.
Right?
So I don't see a question for Pearl, so we're just going to give you.
We're gonna focus on you,
Nikon's gonna
Pearl.
Find the guidance here for you.
There we go.
All right. Focus on Pearl.
There we go. Focusing on Pearl. Focusing on Pearl. I'm just gonna let the hand go where the
There you
hand goes. Oh.
Whew.
Silence.
Silence.
Now, I want you to see this, man. All right, it's a little dark here in the studio, but what do you see here? What do you see?
A face in the background?
A face in the
Maybe
stars.
sleeping
And where's the moon?
at the third eye.
On the third eye. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, this isn't a spirit board. Yeah, no.
No, it's not a spirit board.
No.
No. These are cards, man. These are just intentions and
But there's
different
spirits
things.
around us at all times. So
Absolutely.
there could be somebody sitting in your house with you.
Look at the face. Look at the face, how it's quiet. The eyes are closed. The moon, the full moon, is in the third eye, okay? And you can see it, right? So silence. Just from the picture, you can figure it out, right? All right, we got 2 minutes left. So
Pearl, did that make any sense? Is there some place you need silence in your life, or maybe drown out some noise of some crap? I need to have more silence in my life.
Well, there you go. And how do you get silence? You can focus on your third eye. You can breathe. You can commune with the universe, with existence, with nature, all that good stuff, right? So that's what that means. So you need more silence. Let me ask you this. How are you going to get more silence in your life? What are you going to do? A lot of, one of the best ways is, like we were talking about earlier, like you said, you don't have to run a mile the first time.
Right.
Just run from here to the corner.
Yeah.
You know what? Forget running.
Right.
Walk. Take a walk.
Yeah.
The next day, walk 2 blocks. The next day, walk 3 blocks. The next day, walk 4 blocks and walk around the house and start walking. And next thing you know, you run. So same thing with this, right? You want more silence? Start with 2-3 minutes.
There you go.
Just sit there, breathe through your nose, focus on your breath going in from your nose, out through your mouth. Check this thing called box breathing, where you go 4 in, 4 out. There's another way of doing it where you go 4 in, hold for 5, breathe out for 6, and you can expand that as you go. And just become aware of yourself and your breath. And that is just an awesome way of becoming silent, right?
Yep.
Don't try to silence the mind, because the mind is never silent. But what we can do is we can expand the space between the thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
So that becomes... Slow it down, right?
Yeah.
Now you have a bigger space. So your mind is quiet.
Yeah.
Well, guys, it's been real. It's been awesome. Yes, this is fun. We love you guys. We love everybody on Facebook. My phone died. We love you guys. We will see you next week. And I'm going to leave you with this. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sunshine warm upon your face and rains fall soft upon your fields. Until next week, I'm Nitzan Mosery. This is Tom Zames. This is a Traveling Investor Show. We will see you somewhere on Spaceship Earth. Be well, travel safe. Take care.